that last question led beautifully to the last part of the presentation that we wanted to cover today, so I'll have to slip David a bottle of wine later as well. Just before we wrap up today, I just wanted to refocus the whole reason for us being here today and sort of continuing this debate. We know we're not going to be able to solve every one of these problems quickly. It's been an ongoing issue for our system for a long time, and there'll be a lot of people in the room that said we've had this now for 20 years, we're never going to fix it. But I think it's important for us to continue the conversation. It's important for us to have these debates, talk to local ministers, talk to government politicians and people within the department, because I think if we want to get this right and we want to show the true value of group training, we have to keep continuing this conversation. So it's up to us collectively as a group in the room to do that. I just wanted to highlight 3 main recommendations that are in our report that's already with the minister before Christmas, and hopefully that can sway their decision in terms of budget times coming up in May. But we'll put it out there anyway. So the first one was really around that school-based model, and we've certainly seen a decline in school-based apprenticeships and traineeships in the traditional way it was delivered over the last 5 years. We've seen an influx of RTOs delivering qualifications to young people who still don't know exactly what they want to actually achieve in life. And giving them a Certificate 3 qualification or a Cert 4 qualification is going to rob them of their entitlement of what their training system is supposed to set them up for and provide for them before they even have a chance to explore that. So we think group training can play a really important space in this. We've put forward a model in the booklet there that we believe we can support 10,000 school-based apprentices and trainees throughout Victoria over 3 years. And it would give young people the opportunity to explore and go into different vocations before they're actually going into a qualification. I think we have this totally the wrong way now. We see little Johnny or Dan on day one, and the first thing we do is we put a piece of paper in front of them and say, here, sign this is what you're doing. Instead of giving them the opportunity to actually explore something, research it, and make an informed choice about where they want to go, and then do a qualification maybe after the initial 12 months. We have a VCAL system in place that have a curriculum and programs in place already to do this, and I think we've just moved too far away from that position. So that's certainly our first recommendation, and we think group training are a really strong space to be able to provide that support at that level and give young people the opportunity to try 2 or 3 different industries before they land on the spot and say, this is what I want to do in the future. The next 2 recommendations are really around trying to garnish some long-term support for group training. I think we're all frustrated in the room that we've got policy that's driven on a 12-month cycle, and we've got budgets that follow, and then we have agreements that follow that, and before you know it, we're 9 months out without an agreement, which is the exact position we're in today. So, we would like to see a long-term commitment from government. 3 to 5 years is the bare minimum if you want to actually get some systems in place and have things done correctly. And around that, we could also improve the way that we actually administer that funding and actually what we pay group training companies for. At the minute, you guys get paid for a commencement, a progression, and a completion. But the biggest value that group training companies provide is a rotation. So when you actually got one host employee who doesn't want a young person anymore, and you've got to find another employer to take them on, you actually don't get paid for that part of the service. And that's the unique part of group training. So I think that's an important message that we need to show back to government. And then the third point here is something that we've harped on a few times today. I think there certainly needs to be a stronger connection between employment outcomes and training, because ultimately the goal is we're training young people to help our economy. Hopefully that means they're getting jobs, and we stop this cycle of just putting people through qualifications. And the underpinning policy was if we give people enough qualifications, they'll be able to look after themselves, but we're not supporting the economy by doing that. So they were my key messages to take away. I don't need to stand up here and tell you the value of group training. I think everyone in the room would appreciate that. I would just like to thank our board and Dean for their support in putting this session together. And over the last 30 years, group training companies have supported over 200,000 apprentices and trainees into real sustainable jobs. So I think, again, that's the message we need to show government, and we need to go back to them and say, we're here, we're willing to help. We know there's plenty of issues out there, but you've got a model that's been consistent and performing really well for a long period of time, and that's the message we've got to take away from today. So thank you for your attendance.